Great game, solid performance. The Rangers walk away with a 4-1 victory in their first game of the preseason. So first off, I like to grab some of my own clips of some notable plays and stuff, but my software is kind of acting up. So I got a clip of each of the goals that I'll go ahead and show, and I'll just talk about some of the other notable performances or parts of the game that I really liked. First off, we got the VC roofer from the tough angle on the power play. Great shot, great confidence from him too to take this shot. Was really happy to see VC get the first goal there, and also it's just a really nice shot off of the bad angle right there. And that power play too looked pretty good. They generated a lot of scoring opportunities, so it's nice for them to finish it off there. Next, right off the rebound, we got a Kreider goal that came about 5 minutes later. Great to see Kreider right in his office scoring a goal like that. He just seemed like mid-season form, him and Zibanejad as well. Like they just, honestly, the whole team, if I'm going in that route, like they all looked like they didn't take any time off. Like they just looked ready to go. Another 4 minutes after that, we got Miller goal on the penalty kill from Othman. Really happy to see Othman with this assist because he chugged right after a nice defensive play from Zibanejad in the defensive zone. Goes all the way down the ice. Othman races for it, and then he hears Key yelling for him, and then he goes for a nice pass, and then Miller just puts it away. So that put him up 3-0, and that was about it for the first period. In the second period, there was this one clip that I was unable to get at about 15 minutes left in the second period. That was just like some really nice puck movement from the Kraftsov VC Hedel line with Trouba and Miller on defense. They kept the end zone time for about 45 seconds, and they generated like 2 or 3 shots, and maybe 5 shots total, but 2 or 3 hit the net, and they were just really good, honestly. And that can segue into me saying that Miller just looked fantastic this whole game. Like he was doing really good on that shift, and he just looked amazing all game. Like he just looked so much better, and I'm like, just gets me so hyped, honestly. Hedel played really well. Towards the end of the game, he had a really nice steal off of Barzell. Like Barzell was skating down in his defensive zone, and the puck got a little bit loose, and Hedel like goes around him like this and hits the puck off the boards, and then goes around him on the right side and then takes it away. Tried to generate a scoring opportunity or get a shot on goal, but it kind of got lost in the front of the net. It was a great takeaway. Again, sorry that I couldn't provide these clips. Hopefully next time I can get them for you. Also, another thing that stood out was Trevino. I might be pronouncing his name wrong. I think it might be Trevino. I have to find that out. But either way, he looked pretty solid in the game. Didn't do like too much, but some things that really stood out to me were his speed and his aggression. He's very, very fast, and he just like stands up for himself. And I think he's like 5'7" or something, so he doesn't play like that at all. He was like pushing and shoving and stuff like you would think that he's 200 pounds, honestly. So he knows how to move himself and carry himself. So hopefully he can kind of make a bit more of a splash, because I'd like to see him on the team, but if he needs a bit more time, he needs a bit more time. We'll see. Next, we got the Jones goal off of a nice feed from Kakko. It was a simple pass, but the spin move is what got me. I just thought it was some nice elusiveness from Kakko, which I saw from him and Hedel this game. They both looked pretty elusive, and just like a nice feed. I saw that Schneider just like went down the right side, and then Jones took over, so it seems like they got some nice unspoken communication going on. I know some people would say it's just positioning, but honestly not a lot of defensive pairs like move very fluidly with one another, and I feel like they really did that, which makes me feel like he is going to get that 6th spot. Just felt more confident after this game. And it was just so nice for him to get a goal right there. Like, it was probably going to go like a dash wide, but it did get deflected right in front, and it went in. Either way, good players get lucky. That's how it goes. Not to say it was luck, but of course it seemed like it was going to miss the net if it wasn't deflected off of, I think it was Anders Lee's stick. Regardless, it was a great play. He had a great game, and it was a great shot. So really awesome to see that. The Isles end up scoring their only goal of the game at, 3:50 in the second period, and then that was Salo that got that goal. He's someone that's seems to be gunning for that 6th spot on the Islanders side, defenseman. And that's all I got as far as like some notable plays in the game. Everyone looked really good. Like the team just like clicked. I feel like if this was the squad going into the season, they would have a great year, honestly. Like so they're just looking really good, and it's gonna be a little tough. Like I'm excited to see who's gonna make this team, because there's some good people out there. And of course, we didn't get to see Panarin, we didn't get to see Lindgren, we didn't get to see Fox or Trocheck. Like, there's just there's a lot to look forward to. The team's looking really solid. They just look like they didn't take any rest. Like that was really what stood out to me. I feel like for the first 3 to 5 minutes of the game, they seemed like, oh, I'm like, okay, they got to get into it. And then they just got into it. They looked like so comfortable. Not as fluid and clicky, you know, as they were normally. But again, these are all people, like, they do have like half of the team or whatever that just like hadn't played with each other before, but still seemed very solid. Like, they were clicking pretty well. Like, if that squad again played with each other, you know, into the future, that they would get it pretty quickly. So when the whole team's together, I feel like it's just gonna be, you know, business as usual, but not even as usual, just better. We'll keep seeing. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but just the good players look better and the rookies look great. Just good things ahead, honestly. And of course, before we leave, I gotta mention Igor. He had a solid night. I mean, I want to say solid because actually no, you know, I shouldn't even say that, because he did have some good shots on goal. He had some 2-on-1s, I think two 2-on-1s that came his way. He had some like double back-to-back saves. He had some tough saves, and he looked sharp. He looked like just cool and collected as usual. He went 14 for 14. Right after the Jones goal, towards the end of the second period, they replaced Igor and put in Dylan Garand. I thought Garand did pretty solid. It could have been nerves, but I noticed he kind of, I would say, like, lacked a bit when it came to like his lateral movements, like just as far as reacting. And then when the puck was kind of bouncing around the net, he had like maybe a bit of trouble tracking the puck. So he kind of got like lost, maybe turned around a few times. But when he was like able to be square and center to the puck, he had like really good reaction time, and he seemed really solid. I want to chalk it up to nerves because in the last year when he was playing in his league below the NHL, of course, he had like a .925 save percentage, and he got like 32 wins in the season with like just over 10 losses. So very solid goalie. I think that he kind of needs to just like dot some I's and cross some T's, and he'll probably be pretty good. But we'll see how it goes for him. He looks pretty good. I feel like it's going to be a little bit hard to battle for the backup spot, but we'll see what happens. Either way, that's all I got for my analysis of the game. The team just looks great, and I can't wait for tomorrow when they play Boston, and we'll see what lineup we got coming out then, because I don't think it's been released yet, but I'll be sure to make a quick video on that for the game, talking about the lineups for tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and take care.